It's a funny story. You guys want to grab lunch? You guys want to grab some? Making friends in Las Vegas is notoriously difficult, and sometimes you just gotta do what your mom tells you to do.
Elliott, join a club or something.
So pottery and ceramics in general encompass so many different things, and you kind of offer a little bit of everything here.
So we opened in April of 2021. Originally, I just opened to teach classes by appointment, but as the popularity grew and the word spread, eventually I started doing regular weekly classes and series.
So one of the things I'm really interested in, Vegas is really difficult to make friends. And pottery, for me, I'm wondering how easy that would be to physically meet new people, interact with someone, and do something different and interesting as well at the same time.
What's nice about our classes is they're group classes, but not big groups, kind of like medium size. So it's usually one instructor and about 12 students max. And then since you're sitting next to somebody else, it might be their first time or their second time, you do get to socialize a little bit.
The class I'm going to be partaking in tonight, participating in, is like a beginner's guide to throwing.
Yep.
So what are we going to learn during that, and what are we going to be able to do?
So an intro to wheel throwing, super approachable, no experience needed. You learn how to pull up some walls on the piece, and most beginners, I would say, make a cup about 4 inches tall or a shallow bowl. Before we can do anything, we've got to get it centered. So getting everything centered on the wheel is super important. You have to be centered emotionally as well.
I don't know if that's ever going to be the case in my life.
Breath.
I'm a little intimidated.
Now I want you to anchor your elbows into your hips, lean over the wheel a little bit, and then you can start to spin.
From the top, it's getting a little fun, and that's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's why I keep telling myself by everything, that's fine.
So push
Way
a little
harder
bit more with your hand. That ends up spinning really a lot.
I think I'm so focused and concentrating on just trying to make something that just the ability to even communicate with anyone else apart from my inner thoughts is even harder. If I can get through this, you can get through this.
You're gonna turn the wheel slowly, and you're gonna let it even out the top. Move out.
Oh, that didn't mostly don't work. I think she smells really bad. Hey, Joe, shut up. It's wobbly. And you've got a cute little bowl. You're doing a dog bowl?
I don't know, I guess so.
Do you have a dog?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You have 2 dogs? And a cat? You did great. Nice to meet you. Good luck with your cat and dog bowls.
Oh my God! Thank you. You know what? This is better.
You guys are doing great.
Thank you.
That was pretty humbling. Working with clay is extremely hard. Everyone in there, like-minded, they're super open to it, very communal kind of thing, even down to helping me with my bowl. But that was a great way to meet people, super fun, and charging up your creative side. Vegas homebrew, I'm surprised I haven't been here more often with my kind of like affinity and passion for beer and drinking beer. But tell me a little bit about what you guys get up to here.
It's really a regular part of my day to take the novice and explain to them the process and the equipment to make their own beer at their own house.
No, obviously the beer community here or anywhere in the country is like a community in itself. What's the friend-making aspect like to this kind of hobby?
It's wonderful. I moved here 17 years ago not knowing a soul. My customers not only engaged in doing this, but inviting me over to their house, inviting me to the club that we have in town to participate with those people and share in the experience. So it's a fabulous way to make friends.
So talk me through, just very briefly, what we're going to be doing here today when some of the other participants arrive.
So I'm going to demonstrate the type of equipment necessary, the ingredients, and how you would cook that up on your kitchen stove in a pot that you already own. You could be drinking your beer in as little as 4 weeks.
Yeah, there's a local homebrew club. We're called Snafu, or the Southern Nevada Ale Fermenters Union.
Easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say, of course.
That acronym's a great acronym. Rolls off the tongue.
We meet at local breweries, local bars.
And do people bring their own beers and everyone gets to sample the beers and stuff?
Everybody gets to bring a little sample of their own beer. We do some really neat things. So we've got the Buddy Brew Days, so where you put your name in a hat and you just you get randomly chosen to brew with somebody else in the club. It's a great way to meet new people.
I'm enthused. I'm definitely gonna have to grab some stuff, do my own brew, come and join the club, and hang out with you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Absolutely. Very nice to meet you.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I met some really cool people, like-minded individuals. I've already been invited to a brewer's party happening in the next couple of months, so definitely community, definitely inspiring, chance to get creative. What more could you ask for? Plus, there's beer. Oh, do you want a beer? Time to go brew at home.
The Red Rock Audubon Society is part of a national organization that is all across the country. We engage the public through advocacy, through education, and through conservation. So what we're going to do today is you're going to get a glimpse into what we do as part of our education. The point is to have fun and enjoy the birds at one of these hidden gems that you can find across the valley. This site alone has recorded 325 species,
wow,
making it #1 for the state of Nevada.
How do people, interact here? Is it very quiet because of the bird watching, or do people make friends through this?
So people generally show up here to see the birds. It's oftentimes a social thing too.
Would it be frowned upon if I made friends with an endangered bird and took it home as a friend to keep? This is my first foray into birding. How about you?
I've probably been doing it for on or off for about 5 years.
How did you get hooked up with these guys? How did you find out about this?
It was through Alex, actually. He had a stewardship program.
You're a sports guy, you're a movie guy, what kind of stuff do you do?
I do a bit of rock climbing, pickleball. Pickleball's big in Las Vegas, yeah.
I think we're chatting too much, we're falling behind.
Not bad.
Yeah, good. The right-hand side at the base.
Oh, I see it moving around now.
Ring-billed gulls. A lot of people don't know this, but we have gulls here in Las Vegas.
Alex, you're like encyclopedic. But I'm so like amateur at this. You can make up any name you wanted to, and I'd be like, that makes perfect sense to me.
That's what I'm doing.
What an incredible experience, not just seeing all the birds and experiencing this that's right on the doorsteps in southern Nevada. Got to know some great people, super friendly, like-minded, but just a great way to meet people, and I'm probably gonna come back. Yes, it's hard to make friends as an adult. We're busy, we're tired, and putting yourself out there can feel awkward. But if you try something new, go to that event, join that class, or say yes to the invite, you might just find your people. Because sometimes connection and friendship are just the other side of showing up.